Welcome to another episode of Quarterdeck. With me is Mr. Ian Anderson, the Business Development Director of MIS. Welcome to Quarterdeck.
Thank you very much indeed. Nice to be here.
Well, every nation has an identity. Every individual has an identity. What is the identity of MIS in terms of business?
MIS has been established here in the Middle East for about 27 years, and we have grown steadily. We've had 27 profitable years here. During those years, we've expanded into Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, where we have a joint venture workshop, and also into Kuwait, where we also have a joint venture workshop.
Okay.
And our business is basically providing products and services for the regional oil and gas market.
I mean the Middle East.
The Middle East, yes, regional. When I say regional, I mean Middle East, yeah.
MIS as an organization, what is the percentage or the rate of growth compared to last year?
In 2006, our revenues grew by 63% to a total of 177.4 million US dollars. And
come again, sir?
177.4 million dollars, US dollars. And we started this new build program in early 2006. And as we've proven to the world that we can actually deliver these rigs, because there was a little bit of skepticism in the first place, because no rigs have ever been built in the Middle East. And so the world is watching us now, and we're through to about 99% on the fabrication of the first jack-up now. And more orders are coming in as the market gets confidence that MIS can actually deliver these units. So consequently, we now today have a backlog of over $700 million of back orders. And this is something that we never even conceived a year ago. At the end of 2006, the backlog was $272.6 million. So in this short 6-month period, we've brought in up to $700 million worth of orders now. So
that's growth.
So growth. So we're in a tremendous position.
Well, Pipeline, Dubai, Upstream, Norway, and World Oil, US. These are 3 magazines within the industry of circulation. How are you related to all these 3 magazines?
This started in the mid-90s. I've been involved in jack-up rigs in the Middle East for about 19 years now. And being in the center of the jack-up rig Middle East industry, I had a very good knowledge of what was where and who was operating it and what the day rates were, what kind of a rig it was, when it would come. I had all the details of the units that were all over there. So I started putting together a register, basically for my own interest and also for the company I was working for at the time, so that we could monitor the rigs and know where they were going, know where they were and who they were working for. And this gradually came into a list, so I managed to list all of the rigs, both the land rigs and the offshore rigs. And Pipeline offered to take it up, and so Pipeline sponsored 4 pages, and every month I submitted to Pipeline for their publication. And then Pipeline is internationally read, although it's a local publication, and it was taken up by Upstream in Norway and also World Oil in Houston and ODS Petrodata. So there are a number of various other publications that I talk to and that I give information to about the jack-up rigs in the Middle East.
Bureau Veritas, they have awarded MIS, rather the certification process for MIS, for the occupational health and safety ISO 18001:1999.
Yeah.
So the topic for the health and safety is highlighted where BV would have thought of giving it to you last year. Tell us something about it.
Well, a few years ago, it became a standard procedure for every facility and a lot of companies to go for ISO 9001 for the management system. This basically told the world that the company had a certain standard within its management system, and it gave investors and clients a certain amount of confidence that this company knew what they were doing. In more recent years, there's been a huge emphasis on occupational health and safety. The word safety now has been expanded into health, safety and environment. It means the safety of your employees and the welfare of your employees, your neighbours, and every other involved parties. It's not just the men in the yard, it's the environment, it's discharge into the environment, into the ocean. It's become a huge subject now.
The pollution aspect.
Pollution aspect, exactly. And also the health, wealth, and well-being of your employees has become so focused now, because it's all payback at the end of the day. If your workers and if your workforce are healthy and happy and well provided for and out of risk, then you have a better productivity and everybody wins. And so it's become quite common now for companies to go for a certain level of certification, and this is given out again by the International Standards Organization, ISO, and it's an 18001. It's the version we're living on now is the 99 version, and that is presented by BV or any other class society does it, but we've selected BV, and it's a series of audits, and it's a series of procedures that we had to produce and live up to, and a series of inspections and standards that we have to provide in the yard for and in the offices too for our workforce. And clients, a lot of high-profile clients such as BP, Shell, Occidental, etc., they're looking for this now before they even consider a shipyard or a facility, whereas before it was 9,001. Now they're looking for 18,000 as well, to prove that you have a level of focus on this environmental health, safety, environmental issues.
No, because there's always a saying that when an employee has a problem, then the organization has a problem.
That's right. The organization is only as efficient as its worst player.
Before we wind up, one last question. Marine Business Television, rather Marine Biz TV, is the world's first global maritime television channel, and this has been promoted by Aris Marine, Middle East's largest ship designers and consultancy firm. So this channel is basically run by marine engineers, and the marine color comes into it.
Yeah.
So it's a venture. So your view on the channel, number one, and two, you've been watched by 1 million decision makers across the globe. Because we have been telecasting it using the Hotbird and the Thaicom satellites. It stretches to Australia, Asia, Africa, so on. And people are watching this telecast where you are the guest in our Quarter Deck program. So what is your message taking MIS into consideration?
I think it's a very positive step that Aries has done here by setting up this TV channel. I've known Aries for a number of years, and I've actually used them on various projects I've been involved in, and I've been very satisfied with their service. So I have every confidence that they know what they're doing, as well as an engineering side as a TV channel. And I think it's excellent, and I think the more that we can spread this around in the Middle East, the better it is for everybody. I'm a full supporter. Yeah, I think it's excellent.
Now for the message for the viewers.
I think it's very important in this industry when you're going through your daily work. I think it's very important to I put a lot of emphasis on getting to know the people in the shipyard and the facility. In some companies there is a void between the management and the workforce. I'm a great believer in cutting that void and spending time in the yard as well as in the office. I think you should be treating everybody as you want them to treat you. I think that's so important, and you're only going to get respect by doing that, and you can't really fulfill a leading role unless you have the respect of the people that report into you. And I think basically you have to enjoy things. You have to have fun. You're only here once. This is not a practice. This is it. And you have to have fun. And every day has to be interesting and different. And it's up to you to make it that way. And that's the way I come to work every morning. And that's the way I'll continue to come to work.
Thank you very much for joining us on this exclusive episode of Quarter Deck, where different personalities from different industries within the marine would be highlighted on each episode. And you're leaving for your holidays today, and in spite of that, you've given us your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
That was Mr. Ian Anderson, the Business Development Director of MIS, before you. Thank you for the day. Thank you very much.